What up, everybody? Welcome back to Case Digital. My name is Zach, and in this video, we are tackling the question of how to write a while loop in Python. So, without further ado, let's hop right in and start coding. What up, everybody? Welcome back, and like I mentioned, in this video, we are tackling the question of how to write a while loop in Python. But before we do that, let's first talk about what we're going to essentially talk about in this video. And that is, we're going to talk about the syntax of a while loop, as well as kind of write one together and see how that can help you out in your programming journey. So without further ado, let's hop right in and start talking about a while loop syntax. Okay, so as we talk about a while loop syntax, it's actually pretty straightforward. Essentially, you just have to have the keyword while, and then you need to have your condition that you want to meet, or that you want it so that it exits, like while you have this certain condition, and then you're going to have this block of code to iterate over. Iterate over. So essentially, that's the primary syntax of a while loop. Essentially, you just have while a condition, while that condition has not been met, essentially, then do this block of code, continue to go over it. The other thing you can do, so that's one syntax that you can write. Another way of writing a while loop is you can just say, hey, just while true, then block of code, so code to iterate over, and then if condition, then you break. And what this syntax essentially is saying is basically, we're just going to I don't care what the condition is. I want you to jump right into this while loop and just continually iterating over this code until a condition happens within this, within the while loop. A lot of times you can see something like this happen with games or waiting for user input or things of that nature. And you'll just basically keep going over this until this condition within this is met. And once that condition is met, then that executes this break. And what a break will do is essentially just break you out of the while loop so that, like if I was writing a piece of code and it was going down, or if I was running a piece of code, it's executing line by line, it jumps in, going through the loop, oh, conditions met, so we break, and then now that allows me to start going down the next set of lines. So those are the two, I think, most common forms of a while loop, of the while loop syntax. And let's actually jump right in and start actually talking about an example that we can do with a while loop. Hey, I just want to jump in real quick, say thank you so much for watching the video so far. If it's providing you value, please click that like button below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so we can learn more about software development and programming. And well, speaking of programming, let's get right back to it. Okay, so the example that I kind of want to write is almost like a countdown timer thing with a while loop. Essentially, what I want to do is do a countdown, and we'll set that equal to 30. And then I'll just say while the countdown is greater than or equal to 0, then I want you to print the countdown. And we'll do an F string, and we'll just say in. Actually, we'll do in, and then do seconds, right? We can essentially do this, like if this was in seconds. And we then have to like decrement minus equals 1. So that's essentially, like, from this syntax up here, our condition is countdown is greater than or equal to 0, which we start out as that, so we should automatically jump right into this while loop, and then it should start printing out this. So if we run it, we'll see, boom, it runs like that. So 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 21, all the way down to 0, and then exits. Now, if we wanted this to make it so that we didn't want this 0 in here, we could essentially do a couple things. We could change the order of where our print is, or we could just say 1, and then if we do this again, you'll see it goes to 1, and then we can say, just a print down here, yay, it's the new year, or something like that, you know. And if you ran this, boom, 1, yay, it's the new year. So that is just one example of a while loop. We could also do this using the other syntax. So I'll comment this out so we don't lose track of which one we're looking at. We can do while true. And then we can do the same thing. We can just say print this out, count down. And then, but the opposite is we want to say, like, if countdown equals 0, then break. So now if I run this, I get the exact same thing. 30 all the way down to 1, and then and since I counted out that new year, we just get the counting. So that's really it, guys. That's really how you can write and use a while loop in Python. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is just know like what condition you're going to use, or whether you want to go the route with a condition up here like we did here, or just go true and make it enter. Because sometimes, and I guess that's one thing I should touch on, is a lot of times is like when you write it this way, you're saying like this is basically telling you automatically enter into the loop. Like right here, I'm just saying like, we'll just say print now entering loop, right? And now if I do this, I get at the very top, it says now entering loop, it goes through the loop. However, so that basically with the while true, it's basically meaning like I just want to jump into this right now. Like I don't care about anything else. Like I need to run through this iteration of code until something happens. Whereas if you go this route, like if you were to go this route, essentially, if something happened up here with countdown, where like I just said countdown minus equals 30. So for whatever reason, like before it was 30 up here, and then all of a sudden it's 30 down here, and I run this again, you're just going to get it's just saying, yay, it's the new year, because a condition was not met, meaning like I only want to jump into this section of code if my condition hasn't been met. If it hasn't been met, then let's jump in. Otherwise, just skip through this block of code and go, to the rest of our file and our program. So that's essentially why, and that's I guess why you would use the different versions of the while loop and how you can write them. So I would say go practice this, try this out in your current programs, and use these loops to help you do something like whether it's a countdown, or whether it's iterating through lists, or whether it's getting user input. Try it with the while loop. It'll just continue to loop over that until those conditions are met. And if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. I'll either create a new video or I'll reach out and try and answer those through the comments. So keep on programming. Try this out. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day. Hey, thank you so much for programming with me today. I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. If this video provided you any value, please hit that like button below. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let's learn together. Let's learn more about programming and software development. And until next time, keep on coding. Bye.